This is the Big Deal Podcast, brought to you and powered by New Covenant Baptist Church in Albertville, Alabama. And on this podcast, we're asking the question, what's the big deal about all things Bible, theology, and culture? I'm Justin.
I'm Brad.
Welcome to the Big Deal. How you doing?
Super duper.
This is definitely 1 week later from our last podcast.
100% a week later.
Yeah, it's definitely not the next day. I don't know why you'd think that as a listener. Why would you even think that?
No way.
Yeah, it's actually the next day. But you're getting this podcast a week later because I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks, and we love y'all so much. And we know you've been sitting on the edge of your seat waiting to hear more about the Bible.
Can't wait.
And so we filmed these in advance
We
for you.
decided to talk about it today.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're in. Oh, I can't just jump right in. That would be to all the people who love the banter and want the banter. They'd be so disappointed.
Both of you.
All two of you. What you been doing, man, in the last 24 hours?
What have I been doing? I can't think of anything special.
Yeah.
Babysitting a sick dog.
Yeah.
That's no good.
Yeah, you've been doing that.
Yeah. He ate something he shouldn't have.
Yeah. As you're listening to this right now, I will be in Salt Lake City, the beautiful Salt Lake City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it beautiful?
It's gorgeous, dude.
Are you making fun? You
No,
being serious?
no, it's gorgeous, man.
I've never been. What's so pretty about it?
It's in a valley next to the Rockies and this other mountain right
It's
here.
just beautiful.
Oh, it's
like
beautiful, man.
like you're talking about nature pretty.
Yeah, nature.
Not like they designed the city.
Oh, the city's pretty too. It's a well designed city.
Really?
Yeah. It's got a lot of history stuff into it.
Yes, mostly shooting and killing, right?
Yeah, I get. I don't know. The
Latter-day Saint shenanigans.
Yeah, I don't know much about that stuff. I know that the university that we do all of our stuff through, it was an old Army base called Fort Douglas, I think is what it was called. And so it was like an Army base. And so they have like a lot of like old military, like a lot of the buildings on the university are old military buildings.
It must be wild. Can you imagine, like, what year was that? 18 something?
Yeah, I guess.
Wouldn't it be weird to join the Army in the 1800s and, like, you get stationed in what would be Salt Lake City? I mean, you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
The middle of nowhere.
It's nice
gorgeous.
now.
Yeah.
But like back then,
You
not
must
so
have been like,
much.
man, I
Yeah.
hope we get some water.
Yeah, the Salt Lake is weird too. It's so bizarre.
I think about that. There was
Yeah.
a military fort out in Yellowstone where we were. It's still there.
Oh, really?
Like remnants of it or whatever. But like, I thought about those guys. You could just walk around and fall into a scalding hot pool.
Yeah.
That's under the water. I mean, under the ground. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's like they got paths for you now. But back when those dudes were out there, you could just fall in,
Yeah, I don't know.
be a goner.
Yep.
Yeah. They didn't know.
Yeah.
But there were geysers everywhere. It must have been so weird.
Yeah.
Stinks out there.
Does
sometimes.
Yellowstone
There's a lot of
stink?
sulfur.
Yeah.
In some areas, yeah.
I don't know. But that's
Like
where we'll
rotten
be.
eggs.
It'll be fun. We're excited. A little scared, you know. It's like medical stuff. It's scary.
Yeah.
But we're looking forward to it though. We have a little countdown on the wall at the house. It's like 6 days left, and then they change it every
Then
day.
we get to go to beautiful Salt Lake.
Yeah, yeah. And we get to do some fun that we get to break the quarantine for finally.
Hooray.
We're gonna do fun things. They got like a dinosaur museum there.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's like there's a bunch of dinosaur bones there. Yeah, like the big dig sites around there and stuff. It's like it's like South Dakota. They have another one of those places where all the bones are, and so
All the dinosaurs died in that spot.
Yep. The Natural History Museum there. We're gonna go to that. They have a Harry Potter exhibition.
I'm going.
A ton of like
Do you
the
need
stuff
us to go?
Yeah. You can come fly out and
I'm
visit.
pretty excited.
Yeah.
I feel like a pastoral visit. is in order.
Yeah. We were gonna go. We were gonna drive down to the Grand Canyon. That was the plan.
Yeah.
We have a couple of days off. We were going to drive down to the Grand Canyon, but the Grand Canyon caught on fire.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this in the news.
Yeah.
The place we were going to get, the whole North Rim, burned to the ground.
I talked to a ranger about that at Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was like, y'all do controlled burns now, and the lady looked ashamed. She was like, no. I was like, even it isn't the problem that you don't do controlled burns? She was like, yeah. She goes, we can't do them now because there's no one to help us.
Oh wow.
They can't call in anybody because everybody's busy fighting the fires in California because they hadn't been doing controlled burns for 100 and something years.
Well, they got to burn now. The whole North Rim, you can go to Grand Canyon, you go to the South Rim from like Vegas, Flagstaff, or you go to the North Rim from Salt Lake City. And
here's the thing.
The whole North Rim
it's
gone.
going to burn.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's just how bad.
Yep.
Yep. So
we're not going to do that. We're going to go to the Harry Potter thing and the movies and whatnot. We're going to go everywhere we want. We're not going to stay in the house no more.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
What are you going to do while I'm gone? What are you going to be doing?
Cry every day.
Yeah. Just be so sad.
I'll be like, what? Something's missing in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to see us this weekend. You won't be at church.
I know.
Yeah.
I got to go to drill.
Yeah. You got to go.
What a thrill.
Be the Army.
Go drill. Yeah.
Is it fun?
Man, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah. Well, we're in Deuteronomy, okay, and we're about halfway through the book. We've covered over 2 podcasts, got through about half of it, and we're going to start right around chapter 14, 15, where we left off last week. We left off with the prophets, right? How do you test a prophet in chapter 13? And if they're not legit, you kill them, right? That's the answer.
Yeah.
And there's another similar thing about idolaters, which it's kind of been said already a bunch before. What to do with someone who idolaterizes, right? What's the verb there?
Apostatize.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just go apostatize.
But you got to keep idol in it.
Oh.
Right. Idolaterize.
Idolaters.
But the verb form is like.
I don't know. Is there one? You can make it up.
Idol worship.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think idolaterize. I'm going to go with.
Yeah.
Anyways, they're supposed to die too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you get the repeat laws about clean and unclean foods. So we're not going to go over that. It's exactly the same as what we saw in Numbers and Leviticus. But we are going to read it, verse 22, chapter 14, verse 22. This is about the tithe, right? And the tithe is an interesting topic in the modern church. That's why it's important to bring up here. Have you ever gotten into a fuss with someone about tithing? Like about someone that says, we're a New Testament church, we don't have to tithe.
Yeah.
Right?
Fuss?
Or, they say they have like a lot of like things that they bring up. And one of the primary things they bring up is that most people did not tithe in the Old Testament. Only the wealthy people tithe. Have you heard this before?
No, not that part.
Oh, yeah. That's like a common argument. It's part of it. And I'm like...
You tell them, well, you're wealthy.
I just like, what about this passage?
Yeah.
It's just talking about everybody.
Yeah.
Right? And so let's read it and let's kind of see what it says. You read it. I always read. You read.
What verse?
Verse 22, 14:22.
You shall surely tithe all the produce from what you sow, which comes out of the field every year.
There you go.
There you go. You better bring me some apples.
Yeah. Keep on going.
Oh. You shall eat in the presence of the Lord your God at the place where he chooses to establish his name, the tithe of your grain, your new wine, your oil, and the firstborn of your herd and your flock, so that you may learn to fear the Lord your God always. How about that? If the distance is so great that you're only able to bring the tithe, you're not able to bring the tithe, since the place the Lord your God chooses to set his name is too far away from you, when the Lord your God blesses you, then you shall exchange it for money, and bind the money in your hand, and go to the place which the Lord your God chooses. You may spend the money for whatever your heart desires, for oxen, sheep, wine, strong drink, or whatever your heart desires. And there you shall eat in the presence of the Lord your God, and rejoice, you and your household. Also, you shall not neglect the Levite who is in your town, for he has no portion or inheritance among you. Keep going?
Yeah, keep on going. Just that
At the end of every third year, you shall bring out all the tithe of your produce in that year, and shall deposit it in your town. The Levite, because he has no portion or inheritance among you, and the alien, and the orphan, and the widow who are in your town, shall come and eat and be satisfied, in order that the Lord your God may bless you in all the work which your hand which you do.
So there's 2 tithes here. And that's why I feel like a lot of people forget about how this was working, is that there's the every year tithe, and what you do with it. What do they do with it?
They bring it to the temple.
And what do they do there?
They eat it.
They eat it there at the temple with the priests, the Levites and the priests and stuff. They're supposed to go have a party with the priests.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to party. And if they live too far away to bring the produce, they're supposed to sell it, and then bring the money, and then buy the food and stuff there.
Yeah, which is what Jesus got so ticked off about.
Yeah,
because the people. So if you think about, if you lived 100 miles away from Jerusalem, it's a long way to carry sheep or goats and stuff. So or sacks of grain. So they could go and exchange stuff for money, or they could go in there and they could buy. So what they would do is they would sail out here where they live, bring the money to the temple, exchange it for a sheep or something to buy their tithe. But what happened was the first thing the priest said is, you can't buy these things without the temple shekel. Yeah. So if your money is whatever you brought in here, you got to exchange it. And then once you get the temple shekel, you can buy our approved kosher meals.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were cheating the people.
Yeah, that's bad.
In the money exchange.
Yeah, they were making a buck off of people's free will sacrifice tithes, right?
Jesus wasn't having it.
No, he said, y'all are a den of robbers. Yeah. It's supposed to be a house of prayer. And so I think the vision of what the tithe is like really cool. Go have a party with the priests. Well,
it's two things. Yeah. One is the party with the priest, but also a support of the ministry of the priests.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they didn't have ground to sow.
This is what they were eating. This is their
how
food.
they lived.
Yeah.
Which is why by the time of Judges, which is in no time, there are no more priests in the temple.
Yeah, that's right.
The people didn't come support them.
Exactly.
It's how bad Israel was. Yeah.
But the idea is like it's supposed to be the tithe is supposed to be a celebration.
Yes.
And so like you're supposed to bring it as this is like a time of worship for God.
Yeah.
In
get
celebration.
You some food, get some strong drink, get some whatever you want.
Beer. Mine says beer, wine and beer too.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What did mine say? Strong drink.
Yeah. What translation are you using? NASB.
NASB.
Oh,
yeah, it says
cattle,
wine or strong drink. Strong drink's like whiskey.
Yeah, yeah.
Some strong thing.
Yep.
They have whiskey there?
I think it means beer. Is the
wine or beer strong drink?
Yeah,
it's probably an IPA.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yum.
It's a double bock or something.
Have you had the Kentucky bourbon barrel ale?
Never.
Oh yeah, that was good.
No.
It's like a amber brown ale or something, but they put it in bourbon barrels.
Yeah, just drink bourbon.
Yeah, but it's like an ale that's got a little bourbon.
It's a bourbon
to it. Yeah, yeah.
Or a bourbon beer.
Yeah, try it. It's good. They would go get Kentucky bourbon barrel brown ale, and they would bring it to the temple.
And God said it was okay.
Yeah, and
this was before they figured out that God didn't want you to drink alcohol.
Yeah, that's right.
He said you can buy a strong drink or whatever you want.
Yeah, that's right.
God must have been confused.
But the argument usually goes is like this was back then for the tithe, and it's not we're not supposed to, we don't have to do anything.
We're not
like
under
that.
law.
We're not under law.
We're under grace.
We're under grace. We don't have to do stuff like that. And they gave actually more than a tenth right away, because they brought a tenth every year to the temple. But then the third year they also gave a tenth to the city, to deal with for the poor,
for the poor and the Levites that lived around.
Yeah, exactly, right. And so it's actually more than a tenth. It's like that'd be like 13.3%.
Yeah, I read one time that by the time you paid all your temple taxes and tithe or something, it's like 20-something% of their income.
It probably was something like that
of their produce.
Yeah,
because they didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah,
people were. It was an agrarian society.
Yeah, it was mostly goods. You know,
goods.
When you read in your Bible, it says exchange it for something, right? What does yours say on like verse 25?
It says money.
It says money. There's no such thing as money in the ancient world. Not really, not what you think of as money.
They didn't have like a lot of minted coinage. It was basically
it's silver.
silver.
It's just silver. It's
Like,
pieces of, it's weight
gold.
actually.
Yeah.
It's like they would weigh it with a scale.
So they'd have the scales of justice,
Mm-hmm.
and they would have a weight.
Yeah.
This is also where they cheated.
Yeah, this is
so
it. Yeah.
it was dependent on your weight being accurate.
Yeah.
So if they made it lighter, you wouldn't get as much silver as you were supposed to.
That's right.
Because it's going to balance. So the shekel was a weight.
Yeah.
It was not a coin.
Yeah.
It became a coin. But I think at first, shekel was how much something weighed.
Yeah.
And so they would have a weight that weighed a shekel, and then you would get a shekel worth of silver.
Yeah.
And so, they could cheat you that way.
Yeah. Have you
That's
seen
also somebody say he's got his thumb on the scale.
Uh-huh.
So you have to put
that's
more
right.
on
That's
it.
where that comes from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Money's more of a new thing. There in the first century with the Roman Empire, when after Greece expanded and Hellenized the world, and then the Roman Empire, they did money more.
Yeah, money was hard.
Yeah.
Even up till recently, it was hard because just for example, but we don't use change anymore. Boy, money's changed a lot. But like
we're getting rid of the penny right
coinage.
now.
Yeah, coinage was hard. If you've got a quarter and you feel those rough edges on it, you know how it's rough on the edges. You know why they did that?
Why?
Because when money was made from real precious metals, people shaved them.
Oh yeah.
And so you just shave a little bit off each coin. And they would still say it was worth 25 cents or whatever, or $1 or a shekel or whatever. So people were shaving coins. So if you put that bumpy edge all the way around, if somebody shaves it, you've gotten ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like crazy what people think of.
Every emperor would mint new coins and stuff, and
counterfeit was a
they'd
problem.
be different sizes, and so they were still weighing them. They're still getting weighed.
Well, it was the concept of money was the coin itself was a precious metal.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, our money is an idea.
Yeah.
And it's been like that for hundreds of years.
In fact,
now.
our coins are worth more. In some of the coins, like the penny, might be worth more than the penny.
Yeah.
In metals.
That's so true.
Like it costs them 3 cents to make a penny.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we're getting rid of pennies.
Well, we're getting rid of it because it don't matter.
Dumb.
Just round up to the nearest nickel because a penny's not worth anything. You can't buy nothing for a penny. What are you going to get for a penny?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, can't get a single thing.
Mm-mm.
So, anyways, what does this relate to? How we tithe today, how we give today? Has that changed? Do we still have to do stuff like this?
Man, when you start saying have to, yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes. You have to.
Yeah.
But you don't have to give 10%, but you have to give.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say 10% is a good start.
That's
what's the purpose of the tithe today?
That's why I want to get to. I don't think the purpose has changed.
No, it is to support the ministry of the church now, and for then it was the ministry of the nascent church,
and to be like an act of worship to God for His provision.
Yes,
that's why they're having the party.
And another way to say it too is, God doesn't want you to be addicted to your stuff. You have to learn to give it away.
Yep. He could have planned this to where the Levites had vast plots of land to do all the things that they need to take care of themselves.
They could have inherited with everybody else.
They could have, right? There's plenty of land.
But the temple work, if they had done the job, what I mean is if people would have come to worship the Lord, it was full time.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have time to plant. I mean, you think about doing sacrifices all day long, every day, butchering animals all day long, every day, doing the votive offerings.
Well, by the time
you
get to the first century, though, only a handful were able got to do it every day. Because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
And like most of them just did other stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could be itinerant. They were supposed to know the law and teach it, though, too. Yeah. Not just do service to the temple.
Yeah.
But, so
but he wanted them devoted to the ministry.
Yeah, he wanted them devoted to the ministry, and there wasn't time to do both, and he recognized that. Yeah. I mean, it was a busy job. Plus, they were judges.
Yeah, they were.
So if you had your elders of your town, if a case, it says in just a couple of chapters.
That's right. It's in this passage.
If it's too great, if you can't figure out what to do, like somebody dies, you can't figure it out, whatever.
Yeah.
Take it to the Levite, and his judgment will be final. So they were judges, they were people who taught the law, and they did the ministry of the sacrifices.
Yep.
They kept the temple up. They had to mow the grass and stuff. I don't know if there's any grass, but like they had to take care of it. So it was full time. God's like, they can't be out here raising sheep, sowing fields. That's full time.
Yeah.
And it's super labor intensive. So you bring a tithe to them so they can eat, and they will eat a portion of the sacrifices.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's how they'll survive.
Yeah. So the purpose hasn't changed. The reason we give, right? The reason you give, we give, is to, as an act of worship for His providence, for everything He's provided for you, and to support the ministry and the people, the
ministry
ministry
of
leading
the church.
it.
Yeah.
And so those things are still in effect. Now, the 10% thing is what's funny about that, right?
Yeah.
10%, people get upset about 10%, like, and they think it's legalistic and stuff, right? And you made the comment that 10% is like a good place to start. What do you mean by that?
People have this idea that grace is easier than law, and that's wrong.
Aha.
Grace is harder than law.
Explain that.
So think about Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, and I think maybe I just said something shocking that I've thought about a lot. Sometimes you know something that other people don't know, and it seems like a shock to them. Grace is harder than law. So when you look at Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, and he said, you've heard it said in the law, right? Don't kill.
Yeah.
Is that hard or easy?
I mean, it's pretty easy, not to kill.
But Jesus said, I tell you, that if you're angry with your brother in your heart, you've murdered him already.
That's harder.
Yeah, it's harder.
Yep.
Every single thing that Jesus says in the Beatitudes gets harder. You've heard it said, you shall not commit adultery.
Easy.
What does grace say?
Yeah. He said, don't even look at a woman with lust.
Don't even look at her with lust.
Yeah.
And so he's pinpointing like these sinful things. And so for the tithe or money, it's like you've heard it said, give 10%. What did Jesus ask for?
He said, take up your cross and follow me.
He did.
Yeah.
Give it all.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Lay down your life.
What did he say? The rich man. When he
sell
said,
all of your
sir, I've
possessions."
done all these things. What else should I do? Jesus said, tithe 10%.
No, he said, sell
Sell
all
everything you have and give it to the poor and come follow me.
Yep.
So when you become a Christian, you don't own your stuff.
That's right.
It all belongs to God.
Yep.
And so then you have to divvy it up this way. It all belongs to God. Now I have to think about what are my responsibilities. God will say, your first responsibility is to your family. Take care of your family. God doesn't want your family to go hungry.
Yeah.
You shouldn't tithe to the church to impoverish your family.
Yeah.
And that's why I would say, like, if you have a job and you lose it and you're like, dang, my runway's short, I'd say don't give to the church right now.
Yeah.
Take care of your family.
Yeah.
The Bible says if you don't take care of your family, you're worse than an unbeliever.
Yeah.
So take care of your family first. That doesn't mean be lavish.
Yeah.
But then your second priority is like the church, the ministry. Like, how do I give joyfully to the advancement of the gospel of Jesus Christ into the world? I want to participate in that.
Yeah.
And so that's the point of the tithe. It's not like you shouldn't think of it as something God's taking from you. You should think about it as a ministry you're participating in.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't think me and Justin's doing a good job, you should probably say something.
You should say something.
You should say something. But I mean, like, you should be excited that you're partnering in this ministry.
Yeah.
Or like, if you look at your church, not just New Covenant folks, but like your church, you'd be like, what are we doing with the money? You should ask that.
Yeah.
And be like, we're supporting these missionaries. And then you should go to their website and see what they're doing. It's like, oh man, this guy is preaching the gospel in Egypt.
Yeah.
He is going in there, and he's got this great ministry going in Egypt. And my money partially helps that.
Yeah.
And we're keeping the lights on this place. I like this building.
Yeah.
This is a nice place. My kids have a nice playground. That's part of what it is.
Yeah.
And the playground is so that the kids won't drive all the teachers crazy.
Yeah.
And so that the teachers will be sane enough to talk to them about Jesus.
Yeah.
So you're a participant.
There's a reason, like, we do what we do. Like, no one's just kind of sitting around here shooting from the hip,
No. And like, if you're like, hey, I would like for us to support this thing.
What do you
should
think
bring
we're
it
gonna
up.
say? We're going to say, shut up.
Shut up. We don't want to spend money on that. No, it's like, yeah. But it's like that's part of the thing. You're investing. First, take care of your family, then take care of your church.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, though.
They don't have to pay us.
Yeah. That's right.
But here's the thing. If you quit paying your pastors, they will have to do something else.
Yes.
They will have to feed their family. Mm-hmm. And so like the Levites, they will go off into far country. And when you call them, they won't answer.
Yeah. And that would happen to us.
Yeah.
Like
that they will answer sometimes.
Yeah. But like I would end up as a teacher and I'd be locked down from 8 to 4 every day. 100%. And I'm not answering the phone.
No.
I'm not doing anything.
You got a job just like everybody else.
That's right.
And so there's then everything you do in the ministry is overtime.
Yeah.
And that's why.
Well, it's going to suffer, right? The sermons, the time you put into things, it's going to suffer.
Yeah.
And actually what's going to happen is you're just going to have to use a lot more people to get anything done.
Yes.
And so if you don't pay your pastors, you will end up doing the teaching, which isn't a bad thing.
No, it's not
you
a
need
bad
to do
thing.
that sometimes.
Yeah.
But
ultimately, across the board, if people stop paying their pastors, the quality of sermon and teaching is gonna nosedive.
I will,
because nobody's gonna go to seminary after their grad school or after whatever school.
Yep.
To get paid nothing.
It's 4 or 5 years.
It's 4 or 5 years of dedication.
Of full-time education.
Yeah.
Costs a lot of money.
Most master's degrees are basically, for divinity, Master of Divinity with biblical languages, is pretty much a second college degree.
Yeah.
Mine was 120 hours.
Mine was 120 hours. Yep.
Yeah, which is a...
That's a bachelor degree. Yep.
Yeah.
You get 2 of
So
them.
I've basically got 2 bachelors that I call them masters.
Yeah.
So, it's a master's, right?
Yeah.
But...
It's 2
but when you
full
look at,
master's
when
degrees,
you look
right?
at, when you look at like Master of Education, it's like 60 hours.
That's right.
Because there's a lot of stuff you got to learn.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't pay them, then eventually in a decade or two, some guys might, go for it.
Yeah.
But you just can't afford to do it.
Yep.
You can't. You're not going to. So nobody would know anything.
Yeah. It'd be bad.
It would be bad.
So it's a good thing that we pay pastors even if it's not me or you.
I'm not even arguing for my job here.
Yeah.
Like at this point, they could cut me off. I already know everything. But, but I mean, it's like, but the time would suffer.
It's one of the funniest questions that kids ask. Right. Yeah. I don't know where this comes from, but there is an impulse, a moral impulse that a lot of youth have about when they find out I work at the church, I work for the church. I'm like, you get paid to do this? It's weird. It's almost like what is happening? This injustice or something. Like who's paying you? Well, your parents are, right? And it's a weird conversation.
I also pay me.
Yeah, I also pay me too. Yeah,
so weird.
Yeah. It's a strange conversation. I wonder where that comes from. But it's rooted in this. Just they don't know. They don't know what's going on. They don't understand what's at stake with that. That there is no 10, 15 years down the road of having biblical teaching. Yeah. Right. Without this.
It's hard. Ministry's hard. People be like, "Oh, you only work on Sunday and stuff," and everybody laughs.
Yeah.
It's okay. None of that stuff bothers me.
Yeah.
But what?
It's true.
It's true. But what is hard is if there's a couple of challenges with ministry and the tithes being given to the ministry. One is in almost every other business you can measure productivity by sample numbers. Like if you're the CEO of making marshmallows, you can figure out how many marshmallows y'all made and how much you made on those marshmallows.
Yeah,
right?
The return ROI. Right?
Return on investment. What is your return on
investment?
In ministry, that's almost impossible.
Yeah.
So
I had a church member once tell me that we've not our ROI is 0. Because he says we've not ever made a return on the investment of having 2 pastors and stuff.
Yeah,
I've heard that before.
Yeah, well,
that was not nice.
Oh well, it's not nice, but if you're in your fully sanctified, non-confrontational, non-defensive brain, you'd be like, what? what would you be looking for?
Yeah, what is
your return?
what's the
on
return?
investment? What do you, is it
How do you
baptisms?
measure it?
Do you want to measure it in baptism or conversions or like?
I think he thought we should be a mega church by now.
Yeah,
we should be like
what was the return?
Spot,
I like to ask people, and I mean this sincerely. Like if you're listening, what was Isaiah's return on investment in his day?
Oh my!
The Bible says, 0.
God tells him up front, no one's going to listen to you.
Nobody's going to listen to you.
Yeah.
And nobody did.
Yeah.
But now we're listening to him.
Right? Yeah, that's right.
So the eventual payoff, but he is the exception. Massive amounts of prophets and pastors have gone on and never saw return on investment. Like if you've got a guy laboring in Japan, they call it the black hole of missions right now.
Yeah.
Because they've dumped bajillions of hours and ministry into it and so little fruit in that place.
I got a friend who's a missionary in Japan.
It's just a struggle bus. It's
kind
of like it's working in the Czech
He's been
Republic.
there for like 3 years, and he knows Japanese now, and he's attending a church. Their plan is to plant another church from that church, and it's just like it looks bleak, man.
So bleak. It's so hard.
It's hard.
And so you look at him and you're like, man, we're not going to give to you because nobody's got saved in 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
But he is what God called him to do.
Yeah.
He is to be the witness on the watchtower, right? And he's saying, hey, make straight the way of the Lord. It's their response matters not.
That's right. You're not in charge of those things.
No, you're not in charge of those things. But then you think about somebody labored in Korea and had the same issue. Early 1900s, there were no Christians, none. It's hard to understand what I'm about to tell you. There were no Christians in Korea.
Yeah,
none. And in 1965, half the country became a Christian. Like the 60s, just wow.
The Presbyterians.
The Korean revival is probably one of the most overlooked strange things in the history of the world.
Yeah.
So South Korea.
We
need to get it to North Korea.
South Korea is very Christian.
Yeah. Well, they might be back on the decline like the rest of us.
I'm sure
there
they've
was a time.
secularized in the cities.
Yeah,
and
I'm
stuff.
sure. But like going from none to like 50% is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like if we had a revival like that right now in Japan, and like 50% of the Japanese became Presbyterian, PCA. Or
Baptist
or I'll take non-denominational.
Yeah,
just
anything.
A massive conversion of Japanese
follow
people.
Jesus. Yeah,
my goodness, how the anime would change. But like it would be unbelievable. The same thing with China.
Yeah,
Skadillions of people have gotten saved in China in the last 50, 60 years.
Yeah.
Underground churches and all that stuff. But there was a time when people might have looked at those ministries and said, dude, we're wasting our money.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's right.
Ooh. You just don't know.
Yeah. It's not that the church shouldn't be interested in like good, wise stewardship. They totally should. Like there are bad ways to spend money, right? There are bad missionaries to support.
There's lazy folk.
There's lazy missionaries to support, right? And we try really hard not to do that. So that totally can happen.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be that you have a hypothetical in your mind that some of those things could happen. Therefore, I don't give anything.
It's very difficult to measure productivity in the ministry.
It is.
And I will tell you.
How do you measure productivity for yourself, man?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
And the reason that pastors get so sensitive about it is because they all feel like failures.
Yeah.
Every last one of them. Nobody gets saved when I preach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you feel like.
When it happens, like when you finally baptize someone, you're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you just think they're not really saved.
That's right.
Oh, they're going to follow it for sure.
I'm a little more optimistic
It can't
than
be
you are.
real. Hey, I'm older.
You're jaded, man.
I'm not jaded. I've just seen too many fall away.
Yeah.
It's like, so they're probably critiquing themselves. And
I
I
heard a song the other day. One of the lines was, "I'm not jaded. I'm just not young anymore."
Yeah, that's it. It's tired. It's like the old joke that you have these pastors' conferences once a year, like at the SBC, and he saw his old buddy, and he's like, "Hey man, how's your church going?" He goes, "Oh, it's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
This church is dying slower than any church I've ever pastored."
Yeah.
It's like, oh my.
All the success stories, like, or what? Actually, let me rephrase that. The people that others say are successful in the ministry, what are the parameters they have? Big churches, right?
Yeah.
Every one of those are in big growing areas.
True. More people, more
people, more big, right?
More bigger.
And so if you want to have a big church, and if you want to grow a church real big, plant a church and be like grow into a mega church, there's a very simple formula for that. You go to the newest suburb that's being put up around a major metroplex, and you put your church there, and you don't do a half bad job. Yeah. It's going to grow. It's going to be huge. There ain't no church there, right? Yeah. And there are people moving in.
Yeah.
And so like you look around like the Huntsville metroplex, Dallas metro, Atlanta, all that. Where do you find mega churches? In metro areas, right? And they grew from the influx of people there. And so you really shouldn't like look at that as like, oh, this is what the successful ministry is that I should build our church on. The New Covenant should look like this thing, right? That's so wild. We live in Albertville, Alabama.
Yeah, and I also, man, I don't think size is it. And also,
no,
there are limitations. I was talking to somebody about this today. I know a church is going through some growing pains, and I'm like, we talk about this, like there's like 3 things you need in the ministry, and you're only going to have 2.
Oh, yeah. And with the pastoral skills.
Administration, people skills, and pulpiteering, like your ability to preach.
Yeah.
You're probably only going to have 2 or 3 of those. And I've known pastors that are great admin, great with people, kind of boring in the pulpit. I've known great preachers, good at admin, terrible with people.
Yep.
I am a people preacher and maybe not great at admin. But what I tell people is that doesn't. What happens? Let's say you're a 4 out of 10 in admin, and the others you're knocking it out of the park. You can still administrate a church up to about say 125, 130 people.
Yeah.
And then that stuff, you'll start slinging people out of the church because you're not admin well.
Yeah. And
if you don't cover that gap, that's where you'll stay. Yeah. And that's fine. That's just the limitation of that guy. And if it doesn't change, and what's crazy is like pastors don't know that's what's happening. They're like, everything was going great. Why are people leaving? It's like, well, because you
hit your ceiling.
Is. Yeah, you hit your ceiling, man. In this area.
Yeah.
So you either got to bring in an admin or a people guy or another preacher.
Yeah.
And that might hurt your feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
Or this is where we're at.
Yeah.
And that's okay, dude.
Yeah, that's okay.
And people need to understand that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just where you are.
That's why you make a good team, man.
That's why I make a good team.
It's like I'm a little bit better at you than at admin.
I'm so glad.
But don't tell no one. It ain't much better than you.
Shut up. Well, I'm a 4, you're a 5. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, you're like a 1 or a 2. I'm a 4 or 5. It's not a strong suit.
Man.
Of mine.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, but we got here. Yeah, it's like, yeah, but somebody told me this the other day. They said I'm not a great teacher. I just told a young Christian this. They said, I don't feel like I'm a good enough teacher. I can't pastor. I'm like, well, you might not be a great pulpiteer. You might not be a great preacher, but you can organize a group of 10 guys and teach them.
Yeah. I know some.
You might be a bad administrator, but you can administrate 15 people at a cookout.
The thing is, like, what they usually mean by the bad pulpiteering is like, you're not, I mean, are you telling them lies?
No, that's what I told him. I said, brother, you don't have to be a great teacher. Here's the good news.
Yeah. Just do it shorter.
All you have to do is read the Bible to them and say, this is what the Bible says. And like actually say, this is what the Bible says.
Yeah.
And make that short. And you will whoop 90% of the pastors out there.
Like the lower your pulpiteering skill is, just the shorter your messages need to be.
Yeah.
It's okay to have a 20-minute message.
It's okay.
And like that's okay.
It's
like
totally okay.
And it'll actually offset. It'll offset if you're telling the truth.
Look, I've known several pastors who were good people and good administration people and not great preachers. Mm-hmm. Man, your people would put up with a lot of not bad, like they were giving good content. They're just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Your people will put up with so much boring if they know you love them.
Oh, that's so true.
In fact, I would say, this is so bad. Pulpit skills are probably the least important. I'm talking about not that you're preaching heresy, but like your ability to.
That's true. Like
is the least important.
It really is.
And unfortunately, that's my strong suit.
Yeah. That's
That's right. But you can grow a very big church with some mediocre, fun preaching.
Yeah.
If you're good admin and good with people. If you're good with people and good at preaching, but bad at admin, you're going to top out about 200.
Yeah.
I know this from experience. Nobody can.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. What are we supposed, what's the announcements, Justin?
Size is overrated. What's the announcements, Justin? Oh, man.
What am I supposed to say? What are we doing this
that
week?
That happens every week at our church.
Yeah. Like,
I have no idea what's happening here.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I was just supposed to preach. Just propping me up here.
Yeah.
And behind a lot of mega churches and guys that are great pulpiteers are behind the scenes some great admin folks.
Yeah,
and some
that's
folks
true.
Who
Keeping it straight.
Who believe in the like. Oh man, I have a hard time believing guys like. Maybe so. Okay, I have a hard time believing a lot of the most eminent preachers are great admin guys.
I don't think they are.
But they have guys behind them that believe in them.
Yeah.
And they organize everything behind them.
Yeah.
And I've known at least one pastor like that.
Yeah.
That he was charming, he was a great preacher, and he literally had a guy on his staff who was administrated everything, made sure he was where he was supposed to be just because he loved that guy. Yeah. And he said, this guy, we need everybody hearing what this guy's saying. But if anybody needs to be hired or fired or held to standards, I'm the guy that does that. Yeah. This guy had 1 out of 3.
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
admin, and
that's okay. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
They planned a mega church together.
Yeah. What church was it?
I ain't telling.
Oh, it's bad. It's that
failed.
one. It's that one.
Failed. Yeah.
The charm was a facade.
I don't think it always was.
Oh, you think he crumbled?
I think he
crumbled.
His
name was Johnny Hunt.
Dang it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang it.
He turned into a jerk hole, man. Golly.
It breaks my heart, dude.
Yeah.
Had a little bit to go.
Yeah.
Just die, man.
Seriously, yeah.
Seriously.
You're almost there,
I
man.
mean, you got like, I mean, I hear about this stuff, and you get like a Steve Lawson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Stephen Lawson, did the same thing.
70 years old, dude, having an affair with like a 30-year-old woman. Just die, man. Dump your Cialis in the river and just don't do it no more. You've had 70 years. Just be faithful to Jesus, dude.
Yeah,
and your wife.
That's so funny.
Just cooks my grits, dude. Yeah, whatever. I mean, he's 70.
Oh, man.
I don't know who he's trying to fool.
So, that's
I shouldn't have said that.
No, that's hilarious. I loved it. I just want to get through a little bit more on this podcast. So, anyways, it'll sum up the big deal about tithing is the point has not changed. The point is exactly the same. Maybe how you do it and what you're doing it with, has changed since this time in 3,500 years ago till now.
Well, maybe a good question. A dear listener, might be hearing. They might ask, and I'm not making fun.
Yeah.
How much should I give?
How much should I give? That's a great question.
And here is the true answer. Yeah. All of it.
Yes.
Every bit of your money belongs to the Lord. All of it. And so you look at your budget and you say, this is my house payment, this is my car payment, I'm not being extravagant on all this. And your heart should be, I want to take good care of my family, not be extravagant, and invest as much as I can in the kingdom of God outside of that.
Yeah.
And so every dime belongs to the Lord. That's what he's asking for. That's what he demands, actually. And so all of it belongs to him. Every dime belongs to the Lord, even your car payment. So if you start looking at it and you're paying so much for your car that you can't give to your church, you need to get a different one or something. You got to figure stuff out.
That's the thing. It's like this is the truth. We live in suburban America, right?
I do.
Yeah. My family probably, we are, if not the lowest, we're one of the lowest incomes in our church.
Me and you?
Me.
Yeah.
My family. Yeah. I probably am actually the lowest income in our church. Right?
I'm doing pretty good. They're spoiling
me. And we can afford to give 10% just fine.
Yeah.
Right. So if you're looking, it's my phone going off a little bit. If you're looking at your budget and you can't afford 10%, right? There is something wrong with your spending.
Yeah.
There's something wrong there. There is a want that's become a weird need thing that's not really there. There's overspending, living outside your means or something. And those are discipleship issues. Those are they can be sin issues,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So, So Justin is single income house. And paid if you had 2 incomes, you'd probably be.
I'd be middle of the pack.
Right in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. But single income on the lower end, right?
Yeah, that's where I have been was there.
Yeah.
And we also were able
No
to
benefits.
tithe.
Yeah.
Also able to tithe.
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole time, my life, we've never missed doing at least 10%.
We're over 10%.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not like a brag thing or nothing, but it's like, it's what I have.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm
and
not
it's what I have.
I'm not crossing the T's because I'm like, well, God's going to be mad at me. It's like, I want to participate in the ministry.
Hey, you might not need the new Jeep Grand Cherokee.
No, you might not.
Wagoneer or whatever it is.
Should. Maybe it. Amy and I. Here's our secret. You ready for our secret?
Yeah.
We don't carry credit card debt.
Oh no,
that's the number one indication something's wrong.
Yeah.
If you can't pay your bills at the end of the month, something's wrong.
Yeah.
And that hurts a lot of people.
And the reality is, it's not that it costs too much to live in this world. It's that you are spending too much.
You're spending too much money.
Like you're eating out too much.
Yeah.
You're buying junk you don't need.
You gotta.
You're living beyond your means.
Yeah, you got to get something under control there, because you're carrying debt forward. You don't want to do that. The Bible talks about it.
And you need to have perspective about this. Like, how do you think this conversation is going to go with Jesus? You know, Jesus was with you right now, staring at your bank account, looking at your budget or lack of one. Like, how do you think this conversation is going to go? Like, you loved rubies so much.
Yeah.
You loved rubies, and whatever you're eating out that's eating up your budget, you loved it so much that you would not support the gospel ministry in the world.
I think the conversation probably will go more like, hey man, your neighbors made you feel less because of the stuff that they had, and so you thought you had to have it.
Yeah.
And you wasted your money. And the problem with money is money actually equals time.
Yeah.
You sold your time for money.
Yeah.
And then you took that money and you didn't do anything. You wasted your time.
That won't be eternal.
And the most consequential thing you've been given by God is how much time you got.
That's right.
And where did you invest it? And so, like,
stuff, toys and stuff, convenience, whatever.
Like, I want a jet ski. I want a boat. I want a
new car. I want to look good in the car line, picking up my kids.
Yeah, or I want my kids to look good.
I want my kids to look good. Yeah.
How could I not pay for their whatever travel ball?
I want my kids to be the popular kids and to have to be only wear name brand and stuff like right. Yeah,
maybe so.
It's a thing.
So yeah. There's a fine line, and other people you got to find it between taking care of your family and advancing the old ministry.
The point is that there's a fine line, but there's also like a pretty wide open. You live in suburban America, pal. This is as rich as it gets.
Yeah.
There's a wide open path for generosity here.
We're the richest people in the world's history.
Yes, not just in the world, in the world's history.
Here's a good thing. Yeah. I saw a guy do this little brain experiment. I can't remember who it was. Would you trade places with a duke in England in 1300? You trade all your stuff, you get his.
Heck no.
Would he trade being the Duke of England to live in your house and have the stuff you have?
I'm the lowest income family in our church. Absolutely, he would. 100%.
100%.
He would. It'd be
the first hot shower he took.
Yeah.
And first time he flushed the toilet, he would be like, "I'm in."
Yeah, that's right.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got luxuries that the Dukes of England couldn't imagine.
That's
the King
right.
of England in 1300. Man, some of them died of and had worms.
Yeah.
King Richard III. They found his body. And the dude had worms.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They all have worms. They're
intestinal
pooping worms. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. So, like, you live in suburban America. You're rich. You have the ability to be generous. And, I don't know, the purpose to be generous, right? Mm-hmm. Why do you live when you live why do you, it's hard to, like, I don't have a Bible verse for this, but it is hard to, like, disassociate the wealth that we have today from our opportunity to, like, fund missions,
Yeah.
It's like, man, that is something we can do.
Yeah.
Like, we can do that. We should be giving so much stinking money away.
Yeah, I tell people this all the time. It's like, Jesus talks about storing up your treasures in heaven, right? Mm-hmm. And that whatever you invest in the kingdom of God, you'll get like 10, 25-fold, 50-fold in the kingdom to come, right?
Yeah.
So you put in $1, Jesus gives you 50.
Yeah.
And people are always thinking like, man, you know what? I don't know why they talk like rednecks, but they'll be like, in 1987, if you'd have put $100 in Apple, you'd have $150 gajillion right now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is what you'll be like all eternity.
Eternally.
Eternally.
So you get a raise, and your first thought is, oh, man, I can finally afford the new car payment. Yeah. No, I can finally afford to give more money away, to be generous.
Yeah,
Like you need that perspective.
It's so
change.
weird too.
Yeah.
When you start giving your money away, you find you have more money.
Oh yeah.
It's so weird.
It is.
And if
it's
you
wild.
buy junk,
yeah,
you're broke all the time.
All the time.
So weird.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're not carrying debt.
It's a perspective change of of what you're doing with it. You're stewarding God's money. This is God's stuff, and when you have the perspective change, you don't want to spend on junk that's gonna disappear. You don't. Yeah, your desire for that really changes.
I said take care of your family first. I mean that, but really first it should be 10% off the top.
It should be that
take
first.
Care of your family.
Yeah.
And if something happens where you're about to lose your house or something because you've lost your job, then we can talk about not doing 10 off the top.
Yeah.
That's a good, like I said, it's a starting place because you owe the Lord everything.
Yeah.
And so if somebody lost their job, like, man, don't give till you get your job back.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine. God doesn't want you to lose your house or nothing. And we'll help you.
Yeah.
Part of the tithe of the church.
Yeah.
Some of the tithe that we give to the church has been given to our church members who've lost their jobs and their house got in trouble.
Yeah. And just to clarify, everyone, this isn't like us talking about stuff we need. I'm completely content. I got no. We're fine. If our budget went up 50% this year because of giving, our salaries wouldn't be the first thing that we're probably looking at.
And
it would be we'd be funding more missions and stuff.
As Gandalf said, I'm not trying to rob you, Bilbo. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
Do not become enslaved to the things of the world.
Yeah.
It is a snare.
Yeah.
For your
This
soul.
is for your soul. It's for your soul. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not like we don't practice what we preach.
Yeah.
We're giving over here.
We don't allow elders to be elders unless they give.
And
no elders.
One time, when I got my first church that I actually made any money, I went to the accountant. I don't think I've told this on here, but I've told you. And the accountant was doing my taxes or whatever for whatever, because that's what accountants do. And he said, "Hey man, don't give 10% to the church. Don't get your check and give 10% to the church. Go back to them and have them pay you 10% less."
Oh, I've heard this,
10% less because it will be better for you in taxes. And I said, I can't do that, man. No matter what they pay me, I have to give it. Mm-hmm. And I said, how do you like this? I'll just go tell them that I'm not going to tithe because I came for 10% less than I should have anyway. He was like, what? No, I was like, that's what you can't do that, man.
You really can't.
You can't do that. It's not how this works.
Yeah, I had a friend who did that.
The check has to be stroked to the Lord.
Yeah,
You've got to do it.
It does.
You got to give it. You cannot. He says, do not come into my house empty-handed.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Because I gave you all this stuff. I know you've got it.
I need to see it.
Don't come in my house.
Yeah, I need to see it on the bank statement or whatever.
And I was like, dude, I'm not worried about taxes, man.
Yeah.
Why should I worry more about taxes than giving to the Lord?
No.
I'm going to give to God the things that are God and things that are Caesar's to Caesar's.
And the funny thing about that, it's all God's.
It's all His.
Yeah.
He ordained the government.
Yeah.
To keep you safe.
Yeah.
Even bad
Jesus was clever like that.
Oh.
So hey, since we're talking about money stuff, we'll keep on rolling with what comes next. In chapter 15, at the end of every 7 years, you must cancel debts.
Oh yeah.
This is how to cancel debt. Every creditor is to cancel what he has lent his neighbor. He is not to collect anything from his neighbor or brother, because the Lord's release of debts has been proclaimed. You may collect something from a foreigner, but you must forgive whatever your brother owes you. Mm-hmm. There will be no poor among you. However, because the Lord is certain to bless you in the land the Lord your God has given you to possess as an inheritance.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole idea of this is there ain't going to be no poor, but this is how you do it, right?
Yeah.
But he says something else about the poor too. If only you obey the Lord your God and carefully and are careful to follow every one of his commands I'm giving you today. When the Lord your God blesses you as he has promised you, you will lend to many nations, but not borrow. You will rule many nations, but they will not rule you. And he goes on to talk about the poor after that. If there's a poor person among you, and he tells them what you're supposed to do. But the whole idea is that like this is supposed to protect people from constant poverty, right? That's this cancellation of debts. And that's a funny thing in today's world.
Yeah, and he goes on to say, he says, look, you do this every 7 years.
Yeah.
You forgive them all their debt.
Yeah.
He said, beware lest any base thought, is what comes in your heart.
Yeah.
And you say, oh, it's year 6. Next year, we're supposed to forgive debts. I'm not loaning no money. God says, I will crush you. I will crush your guts out. He doesn't say it like that. But he's like, if you don't loan to him and you're not open freely to your brother in that 6th year, I will judge you.
Yeah. He will cry out to the Lord against you, and you will be guilty.
Guilty.
Give to him, and don't have a stingy heart.
Yes. That means give away, and you're not getting it back.
Yeah. So this is kind of a weird.
It also talks about if he has to sell himself to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
slave.
next. Is I want to talk about that in a second too. But with the debt cancellation, right? Our world runs on debt right now, and this is a tough one for. Like, can we lend to each other as Christians? Is this gone, or how should we do this? We only make 7-year loans.
I never loan any money I can't afford to give away.
Yeah.
It's one of my things. I don't.
I've never loaned anyone any money
in my life. I've never charged anybody interest for anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I would at least give them a break. If the bank, if I had the kind of money that I could loan stuff, like I say, I had $50 million and I could bankroll people's house payments or something, I would probably look at what is the bank getting. If they're getting 6, I'd charge 3, maybe. Okay. But yeah, I would be not charging the full thing.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, you're not supposed to carry debt, right? That there's something morally wrong to long-term debt to the Lord, right? Why would that be?
Because he said, why?
Yeah.
You become a slave to the one who lends to you.
Yep.
And you can't do what you need to be doing because you're a slave to this law.
More people free to be generous is more better.
Yes.
Right? And when you're a slave to debt, you're not free.
No.
That's true today.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of the stuff we were talking about earlier about being free to give and people can't do that because they carry $20,000-$30,000 in credit card consumer debt all the time.
Man.
Right.
And our the game is rigged, brother.
Yeah.
It's like homes.
Oh yeah.
These guys were building them out of rocks.
Yeah.
You're not free. If you owned your home and you owned your cars and you owned all your stuff and you got fired, you could just sit back and drink some sweet tea for a little bit before you had to find another.
That's true.
Because you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
You own that stuff. But you have to work in every single week to make the payments on the stuff.
For your debt. Yeah.
For your debt.
These poor people buying houses right now, I don't know what they're
if nobody owed on their homes and cars, our economy might collapse. But who cares? Everybody'd have their house.
Yeah.
It
would be funky, shrink. Right? It'd be
people. The national export, the national product of the United States right now is not like steel or coal. It's houses.
Oh, is that right?
That's what's running the economy.
Yeah,
is houses.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So a similar thing happens with slaves, right? In verse 12, if your fellow Hebrew or man, a man or woman is sold. I can't read. Is sold to you. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Is sold to you and serves you 6 years, you must set him free in the 7th year.
Yeah.
When you set him free, do not send him away empty-handed.
Oh.
Yeah, give generously to him from your flock, your threshing floor, and your winepress. You are to give him whatever the Lord your God has blessed you with. Whoa, there we go. Remember that you were a slave in the land of Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you, and that is why I'm giving you this command today. But if your slave says to you, I don't want to leave you, because he loves you and your family, and is well off with you, Take an awl and pierce through his ear into the door, and he will become your slave for life. Also, treat your female slave the same way. Do not regard it as a hardship when you set him free, because he worked for you for 6 years, worth twice the wages of a hired worker. Then the Lord your God will bless you in everything you do. Mm-hmm. That's bananas. If you're only acquainted with like some other forms of slavery, right? This is bananas, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about all that?
Oh, okay. So slavery was the Hebrew slavery system, I guess we should say, is not chattel slavery of the transatlantic slave trade.
Or the Roman Empire.
Not the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, or the Roman Empire. In fact, this is where the Americas got indentured servitude from.
Yeah.
7 years. So people who wanted to come across that didn't have the money for their passage or whatever would be indentured for 7 years and then go pay off their debt and go free. So this was the Social Security of the day.
Yeah.
So if you let's say you got a guy who's got money and you keep or seed.
Yeah.
And you keep having to borrow from him every year to plant your field, and you're just not able to pay the guy back.
Yeah.
You'll be like, okay, I'll be your servant for 6 years to pay off the debt that I owe you. And you just go in his house and he takes care of you.
Yep.
And you work his fields and you do all the stuff. And on the 7th year, you're debt free and he pays you when you go out. You might get to that 7th year. You say, why would anybody do that? Because you got to your 7th year. You never went hungry in this guy's house.
And he was great.
He's great.
Yeah.
He paid you fairly. He was just to you. He was kind to you. Mm-hmm. And there's all kinds of rules about how he's supposed to treat you like a brother.
Yeah, your friends.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, man, I'm not going to do better out there than I'm doing in here. Mm-hmm. Can I just stay and be your servant?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sure. And then he has to pierce your ear with a big owl, A-W-L,
yeah.
awl.
It's an awl?
Awl. I don't know how you say it, but I say oil too.
Yeah.
So it's a hole punch thing. It's like a wooden thing. Go pow. Yeah. And so then you're his forever.
Yeah. So that's a different thing, and that's an important. There's a lot of
you got to remember in the first century, in the whatever BC, you can starve to death in a heartbeat.
Yeah, this is probably 1600ish BC.
Yeah, and nobody cared.
Yeah, and like that's a standard. Like most people starve to death. You know?
Yeah,
it's like nature world.
So you like watch if you watch like if you can't understand it, cannot understand it. Here's your homework: go watch Downton Abbey.
Oh, really? Have you watched it? I've never watched it.
I've watched enough of it.
Yeah.
The people who work for the lords of the manor were proud to serve them.
Yeah.
They got paid.
Yeah, yeah.
They were servants. They were tickled to work for their lord. They were proud to work.
Yeah.
And if they weren't, then the others would get rid of them. And so that's kind of what's going on here. It's like, I get to work for this guy who takes care of us. He's powerful.
Yeah.
And
I think about like Abraham, how Abraham treated his servants and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's like generally like there was good relationships. You know, there was a couple that made.
What was the guy's name he sent? Did it tell his name?
I don't know if they said, but they seemed like they had a good relationship.
It's like I'm not leaving here till I get my Lord's son a wife. I'm not going to even sit down and eat.
Yeah. So the reason that's important is because there's always a lot of talk anytime slavery comes up, or you know the past of America, you know, and all the horrors of American slavery and Western slavery, really. Mm-hmm. That a lot of people, they'll just run straight to the Bible and say, look, these guys, well, the two things, one of them, this weird, horrible group will say, we should still have slaves. Look at these Bible verses, right? That's ridiculous, right? Yeah. They'll look at this one and they'll say, look, slavery is good. That's not what we're talking about. Or they'll look, the other side of the argument will say, Christianity sucks because they say this is fine to do. And they look at passages like this and they say, Deuteronomy 15, verse 12 through 18 equals what happened in South Carolina in 1805.
Oh, yeah. That's not true.
And it's not true.
It's not true in many ways.
Yeah.
So many ways. There's a lot of things. Number one, slavery was ubiquitous across the entire world.
That's right.
Everybody's done it.
Yeah.
And people still do it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not a uniquely Christian thing. But Christians are the ones who got rid of it.
Yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
Now we perpetrated it.
Yeah.
But also we got rid of it. And and number 3, the thing that was the horror of the transatlantic slave trade is that it denigrated the image of God in a specific group of people.
Yeah.
Roman slavery had going for it that they would enslave lottie-dottie everybody. And it had nothing to do with...
Most of them were slaves.
It didn't have nothing to do with, they thought you were less or more or greater or what. It's like, you owe me or I conquered you and you are my slave now.
Yeah.
And you'll be under my foot the rest of your life.
Yeah.
The transatlantic slave trade with the West was unique in that it said Africans... at first it was illegal. Slavery was illegal. They banished it in the Roman Empire under Christian authority.
Yeah.
The Pope was like, this is illegal. And so then they had to start changing the rules to make it happen.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, it's illegal to own a Christian.
Yeah.
Right? That was the rule. Well, we were in Christendom. And so they started withholding baptism from people.
Yeah.
So that they could enslave them.
Yeah.
And then they started saying they
That's
don't have souls.
Oh, yeah.
And then they wouldn't preach the gospel to him because the implications were, if this is a Christian brother, how can I keep him in bondage?
Yeah.
That is the question that always keeps popping up when Christians try to do slavery.
Yeah.
It's like, this guy's my slave. He's my brother.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
The slave is our brother.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's always getting that pushback,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so they have to start inventing these horrible categories.
Yeah.
Where
they make up the curse of Ham and all this kind of
so
stuff.
stupid,
Yeah.
just so they can.
So that when you get to a passage, this is one of those that you read. If you're reading on your own in the Bible, you get to this, and you're like, golly, I can't believe slavery is in the Bible. You need to first think like this is not what you're thinking. So take it for what it says. Like, and Bible, remember that it is actually the slavery in the Old Testament in the Torah was their version of like Social Security. It was the safety net.
Here I think may be the way to say it. Transatlantic slave trade's greatest sin was it denigrated the image of God in human beings and therefore was an affront and an assault on God himself.
Yeah.
It is an assault against the image bearers of God. When you read about the servitude or slavery of the Old Testament, over and over again, they are treated as equals under the law.
Yeah.
They are treated as brothers. And if you violate that, God will bring his wrath upon you.
Yeah.
And that is not how transatlantic slave trade was sold. And it is why racism still exists today, because they got in their brain that these people are lesser.
Yeah.
They're not as smart. They don't have a soul. They shouldn't be baptized. They're not Christians. Any little thing they can do to push down the thing yelling at them from the Bible is that everyone's made in the image of God. Or even in the founding documents of the country.
Yeah.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Yeah, that's right.
That all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. All men.
Yep. All right, we're going to be done. We're going to call it there. Okay,
Yeah.
I think that's a full hour right there, and we'll pick up next week, and we're going to talk about king. If you want a king, this is what it's going to be like. And this is a big source of a lot of the hyperlinks that are going to come later on in the story. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. We will see you later.
See ya.